Good morning. Okay, it is Friday, like 10:14. I just got back from the gym. I'm about to make my protein shake. And I think we're just gonna have ourselves a nice little chill, like weekend reset vlog. Going to the pool today, probably going to the pool tomorrow because I'm trying to get some color before I go to Mexico in 2 weeks. But other than that, I really just have like things I need to clean up. Of course, he always wants to drink water as soon as I turn on a camera. Anyone else's dog do that? It's like literally the second I hit record, he's like, I have to drink water right now. Tonight, I need to do some meal prepping because I ordered 4 pounds of chicken from Tom Thumb, and guys, they gave me 40. So I have to make room in my freezer, which means I need to like make all of this food. And yeah, I think we're just gonna have ourselves a productive little weekend. So let's do it. Ignore the mess that is my counter. This is part of what we're dealing with this week. Also, this all needs to go to the garage. But I've been using this protein for like 2 months now. This is quite possibly like this specific flavor. I mean, I do like the chocolate, but this coffee flavor, quite possibly the best protein I've ever had in my entire life. And I have tried a lot of proteins, you guys. Like, this stuff is bomb. I'll pop a link for it down in the description. But I add some cold brew, stock, the blue label, unsweetened, bold and smooth. Best cold brew I've like ever tried. Got a few work bits done and just finished getting ready for the day. I'm gonna throw some mascara on, but we are gonna go get some pool time. I'm house sitting for a friend of mine, so I'm gonna go check on her cat, and she has graciously allowed me to use her pool while she's gone, which is lovely. So I'm leaving for Mexico in like 2 weeks, and your girl is pale. So hopefully I can get a little bit of color before I go down there, because I know with as much tequila as I'll be drinking, I won't be super good about sunscreen. So if I can get at least a little bit of a base, hopefully that will help me with burning. But desperately need to clean up the mess that is my life. But need to do some groceries, meal prepping. I think I'm gonna try my hand at making some bacon. I think I did like 2 hours in the pool. Definitely got some color, which thankfully. And I think I'm gonna come back out here tomorrow with my friend. Latte's ignoring me. Latte's the cat I'm checking on. She's ignoring me. She already got her pets, and so now she just doesn't care about me at all. But I think I'm gonna come back out tomorrow, get a little bit more sun, try to even out a few tan lines, and then I think we'll be pretty good and set for Mexico. But we'll see. But just made myself some protein. This is the coffee protein that I'm obsessed with. Probably shouldn't be doing coffee at 3:30, but it's like less than 15 milligrams of caffeine, so we're gonna chance it. Doing a little grocery order right now, which I love grocery order because it keeps me from impulse buying. But I don't know what I want to do because I have a few things. I want to make this smoothie this week. If you've heard of the cloud smoothie at Erewhon, I've never been to Erewhon, but I found a recipe for this thing and it looked so good, and I tried it and it was delicious, and I want to make that this week. But it's like vanilla, banana, avocado, pineapple, and a few other things, but that's the produce I need. And I'm like, I'm always so nervous about doing produce because usually if I do it through like Shipt, they do great produce selections, but then if I order through like Drive Up, sometimes it's like not the best. So I need to decide if I want to chance it, or I could just order most of this and then just go in and get I think I might do that. I might order most of this and then go in and get the produce I need, because I need like avocados and bananas, and I need them to be a certain amount of ripeness. And I feel like I just can't leave that up to someone else. Okay, we are heading to go pick up my grocery order that I placed earlier. And I think on the way we're gonna swing by Trader Joe's for some produce. So I need avocados, bananas. Why am I telling you guys my grocery list? Avocados, bananas, and a pineapple. So I know for sure that Trader Joe's has avocados and bananas, and I guess we'll see what else we get. I have been craving this like miso soup I make using the gyoza pot stickers, the chili crunch stuff, and their miso broth. So doesn't miso mean broth? I don't know, I'm not gonna get into that. But that's what we're gonna go do. Then we're gonna go pick up Tom Thumb order. And I think we're gonna go home, make some bread because we're domestic like that. And yeah, maybe we'll watch Bridgerton again. Wild Friday night. Got to Trader Joe's and the parking lot is gloriously empty, so this might be the best decision I've ever made. Tom Thumb and Trader Joe's haul. This will pretty much get me through the weekend and I think all of next week. So I was trying to like really plan meals around what I already have. So I have a lot of ground beef and I have a lot of chicken. So pretty much everything is based on that. And so I really just needed a few extra things. Grab some bread flour. I already have some, but I'm planning on making quite a bit of bread this weekend. So I just wanted to have a backup. Cream cheese because I'm making bagels tomorrow. I saw this at Trader Joe's and for whatever reason, every time there's a new flavor, I just have to get it. And it sounds really good. Garlic, sea salt, parsley, red bell pepper, chili pepper, safflower. I feel like this is just gonna go in so much stuff. And then crunchy chili onion. If you have not tried this, it's amazing. Trader Joe's is the cheapest place to get my favorite protein bar, which is these Bear Bells. These are my two favorite flavors. I just like having them on hand. These literally taste like candy. They don't have like that nasty protein bar taste, so I just always like to have those on hand for snacks. More peanut butter because it is literally a part of my food group. Excuse my messy counter, I need to deal with that. Sorry, main part of my food pyramid. Greek yogurt for smoothies and whatnot. Got some more yeast. Also got some soy sauce. One of the things I'm making next week is gonna be a like Korean beef bowl. So I need more soy sauce because I was out. I did yeast. We got some sweet potatoes. Another thing that I'm gonna do next week is gonna be Italian barbecue chicken, which I'm gonna make probably tomorrow actually. So I'll show you how I do that, but it's like one of my favorite meals and I just serve it over sweet potatoes. Got some just russet potatoes to make French fries because usually on Sundays I make steak frites. Red onion for sandwiches and whatnot. Avocado for smoothies and guac. I got some sliced turkey for sandwiches because I had all of the other stuff that I use for sandwiches, but not turkey. I got the squiggly knife cut noodles from Trader Joe's. I'm gonna put the gyoza pot stickers and this in it, and it's delicious. Got a pineapple for smoothies and banana for smoothies. So I'm gonna get all this put away and get cooking. I definitely should have done this before I went grocery shopping because it needs to rise for like an hour, but truthfully I just didn't feel like it. But we are making just like a simple sandwich loaf and it's so easy. I literally don't have like any reason to buy bread because this recipe is so easy. It's like a cup and a quarter of like lukewarm water. I'm halving this recipe, but I will link it down below. But doing half a tablespoon of yeast. And this is active dry yeast. You can also use instant yeast if you want. And then anytime you're using yeast, you typically need some sort of a sugar to, basically it's what it feeds on. That's what helps it rise. I'm using honey today, but you can use anything like that. And honestly, I should have measured that, but who has the time for that? I've been letting that mixture of water, yeast, and honey sit for like 5 minutes just so that the yeast can start getting active. I don't know why I can't say yeast. I just keep saying yeast. We've got this. But now we're gonna add the flour and the salt and then we really just let it sit. Like that's it. We mix it together with the KitchenAid and then we let it sit for like an hour. It is legitimately so easy to make this. If I ever buy bread again, shame on me. But I am using bread flour. Technically you don't have to use bread flour. It does have like a different gluten structure, so you're gonna get more of a bread structure than if you use all-purpose flour, but use what you got, you guys. Don't make a big deal about this. But we're gonna do 2.5 cups of that. I don't really get super finicky with it because you kind of gotta watch and see how like wet or dry it is once you start mixing. So I usually just toss it in there and figure it out later. I'm a terrible baker in that I'm not very precise about it, but you know what? Whatever. And you do want to make sure you put the flour in before the salt because the salt can have a negative reaction on the yeast, but again, don't stress out about it too much. But we're gonna do a teaspoon of salt, maybe. Oh, okay, maybe more than a teaspoonish. This is like super wet salt, so probably should have used something else, but oh well. But we're gonna go stick this whole mixture on the stand mixer and let it incorporate. So now that we've got a nice little ball of dough, I've got a clean bowl. I'm gonna put some olive oil in it just so the dough doesn't stick to the bowl. We've got that done. It's sitting in a little bit more oil than I'd like, but it really doesn't matter. I'm just gonna take a clean tea towel, cover it, and then I'm gonna go stick this in I have like a little, you just want it out of a draft. Just put it in a nice little spot that it can go chill for an hour. Got a really nice rise on this, so we are going to, I'm putting it on a cookie sheet right now just because I really don't want to deal with cleaning my counters because it's kind of late at night and I should have done this earlier. But we're gonna get this on a floured surface. I've already greased my bread tin, loaf pan, bread tin. So I'm just gonna get this nice and floury. And then we're literally just gonna punch it down because we're gonna give it a second rise before we bake. Him all nice and in his little pan. We're gonna cover it with our cloth again and let him rise for another 20 minutes while we preheat the oven and make an egg wash. We are nice and glazed and ready for the oven. Someone's all tuckered out from playing fetch. You okay, Teddy? The happiest boy. And voila, we have bread. We're making bagels this morning. My friend Marissa is on her way. I've got bagel dough rising. It's literally the exact same dough that I made last night. We're just gonna shape it differently and cover it with toppings. But that's what we're doing this morning. I think we're just gonna have ourselves a day. Probably gonna go to the pool. Maybe pop into some cute little shops, we'll see. Really just gonna see where the day takes us.